camera? Okay. Today I'm making a really fast and simple dessert that's really good to like take for potluck or a picnic if you have a cooler. It's very simple and has very few ingredients. So what you want to do is start with a 9x13 pan. I'm going to put mine in the freezer and maybe transport it. And I don't want to bring the dish back, so I'm using just tinfoil pans and doubling so that it's strong enough to support the weight. And I have 21 ice cream sandwiches. The recipe, depending on the size of your pan, will take anywhere from 21 to 24. And all I'm going to do is start lining the bottom of my pan with the ice cream sandwiches. And you can see there are going to be some gaps, and I'm just going to cut the ice cream sandwiches to fit. All right, so let's do it this way. It's pretty tight. Cut this guy in half. Slide him in right there. And then for the middle, these are getting soft under these lights. Squeeze it in there. And anything that's left is the chef's snack. So at this point, all I want to do is pour in a jar of caramel topping, and you can find it over in the ice cream section. Pour it evenly over the top, and then I'm going to sprinkle this layer with about a cup of chopped toasted pecans. We're reserving the last little bit to go on top. And then I'm going to make the second layer with the ice cream. The hardest part about this dish is unwrapping all of the ice cream. That takes a little time. Okay. And you really want to keep your ice cream sandwiches frozen for as long as you can before you start handling them. Slide that in. Okay, so now over this layer, I want to pour a jar of hot fudge sauce. Now put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. You don't want it to be hot to pour it over the top of your ice cream sandwiches, but warm it up so it's pourable and give it a stir with a fork or spoon or spatula, just to make it pourable. Okay, that looks good. And then the last part is just 2 cups of whipped cream or 1 8-ounce container of frozen whipped topping, which is what I'm using. And just want to spread it very gently to the edges. This isn't ready to eat immediately. You want to freeze it for at least 3 hours once it's finished to let everything kind of set up. And if you're going to take it with you somewhere, put it in a cooler or in an insulated bag with some ice packs. And it would be a great dessert to take on a picnic. This will feed anywhere from 12 to 15 people. Make sure I've got all of the chocolate covered. Now I'm just going to top it with the last bit of the toasted chopped pecans. I'm going to put it into the freezer for about an hour uncovered, and then cover it with a little bit of saran wrap and put it back in the freezer until it's ready to serve. Be right back. So I've just pulled the dessert out of the freezer, and I had it covered with saran wrap. I haven't made this since like 2006, so it's pretty firm at this point. And so if you do transport it, it's going to last for a while. So I'm going to go in so you can see the gooey of the hot fudge sauce. And let me get a little taste. Oh, before I do, I'm going to add a cherry on top. These are some bourbon soaked cherries that I've had in the freezer for a year. And they're just fresh cherries, soaked in bourbon. Put them in the freezer, forget about them, and look how plump they are. Anyway, beautiful adult dessert. This is delicious. Very chocolatey. You get very low undertones of the caramel, just enough. Very crunchy with the nuts. Delicious. I hope you'll make some for yourself.
If you'd like to see more recipes like this, please subscribe. For complete ingredients and cooking instructions and to purchase cookbooks, visit cateringbydebbicovington.com.